How's it going? Woodspoon Supercoach here. Got the round 3 late mail. I'm going to try and get through this and upload this as fast as I can so you've got as much time as possible to get your team right before lockout. First game, we've got Storm and Panthers. So Asafa Solomon is back from suspension, so Lazarus Valepu drops out. Warbrick is out with a concussion and Grant Anderson takes his spot. Tom Jenkins has replaced the replacement for Dylan Edwards, so Laurie and Edwards both out. IPAP's back on the bench, still not an option. Brad Schneider makes it onto the bench and Blaze Talungi as the 18th man. No changes for the Warriors. Roosters have a few guys coming back with Lenu, Radley, and Lindsay Collins, but they are missing Fiketti, who was unsuccessful at the judiciary, which sees Lasalu come onto the bench. Not super relevant for Supercoach there. Broncos have the same side, except Katoni Staggs may come in for Dean Mariner. Hopefully he doesn't come in for Shibasaki. That would be shit. For the Cowboys, Taumalolo's back. Nanai's back after his dropping, and Clifford has taken over Tom Duffy, who has been dropped. Burns has a hamstring injury, with Derby coming to replace him. When it comes to Supercoach, just don't touch any of these guys. Hopefully Taumalolo can give the Cowboys a little bit of a needed boost, because fucking hell, it's dire up there. Hazelton still hasn't made it back for the Sharks. Hautapua remaining on the bench. Other than that, they are the same side. Rabbitohs. Tallis Duncan, 50-50 by the looks of it. Ravalawa's going to be in Bunnies colours this weekend. That's fucking weird. Whiten's back. So Fletcher Myers back to the wing and Bailey Hentley-Hape dropping out. For the Dolphins, Bostock, Finay Fuiaki, and Kenny Bromwich all eyeing returns, which means fucking nothing. So probably the same side as last week for them. For the Tigers, Heath Mason may come back in for Jareen Buller, which would be awful for the Tigers because Buller has made a huge difference for them when him and Coruscant came in last week. For the Titans, Fafita's on the bench again. So just let him bottom out, and if he manages to start at some point this year, then he's a good option. Khan Pereira could miss up to a month with a hamstring injury and has been replaced by Tony Francis. So could get a little cash rise from Francis there. We'll see how he goes. If he scores a few tries, he could get that break even nice and low. Now with the Knights, Dylan Lucas has tweaked a hammy, which is shit, but I needed to trade out a second row forward to make all my moves work, so I've kind of been pushed into that, which is a little bit nice, but shit at the same time. The Knights, with Dylan Lucas, he won't play this week. It's up in the air for next week, and then they have a bye. So it could be pretty easily 3 weeks without him. So I don't think he's a must-sell, but he definitely is an option that you can sell. For the Eels, Addo Carr in the mix to make his para debut after serving a suspension for being a naughty little boy. And D. Hawkins has taken over Volkman at halfback. Whatever, nothing relevant there really. Hayward replacing Burton for the Bulldogs. And Tupanua starting over Kickow with his injury. Curtis Morin and Saluka Fafita come onto the bench. Nothing too relevant there. So Turbo, he's fine, but they're going to rest him this week, which is the right decision. Imagine if all this shit happened and they decided to play him and then he did a hammy. Like, the optics of that would be fucking awful. Cherry Evans will be fine. And Kohler coming back with a corked thigh. Takayaho coming back as well. So even with Turbo out, the X factor in Kohler and the experience of Takayaho are pretty big for us. So hopefully we can do a bit better than last week. Not that that should be fucking difficult. Hosking out with a broken hand for the Raiders. Morgan Smithy moving into the starting side and Trey Mooney added to the bench. Nicholson remains in the back row while fullback Xavier Savage is set to return from suspension. Albert Hopewadi has dropped back to the extended squad as a result. So Albert Hopewadi seems to be losing out. I got a little bit confused in my last couple of videos about Tamale. I didn't realise that all three wingers were available for selection and he did get the spot. So that's great for Tamale stocks. We can finally get on the Tamale train. It could still backfire and he could get dropped, but at least we'll get a couple of cash rises out of him. So my Tamale vendetta is over. Xavier Savage, we keep an eye on him because he's got a very low break even. If he does well this week, his price changes next week, and he could make a lot of money if he does well. So keep that in mind. And that's everything. I'm going to move over to my team now and do some trades. So what have I done already? So I've gone Tamale to Purdue. I might just put Purdue back because that's not really a priority for me with the Turbo and Dylan Lucas news. So I've done this move once and it's so fucking satisfying. Turbo out. Lehigh to fullback. Dylan Lucas to center. Corey Horsburgh to second row forward. Payne Haas in. How good is that? That's the beauty of Jules right there. Next to get out is Dylan Lucas. And I've just realized I don't actually need to shift Hopewadi to the back now that I'm trading him out. And in comes Ryan Pappenhausen at 6%, which I still can't believe. I think a lot of people are going to be trading him in next week, because that's when his price changes. He's playing Penrith this week. But Penrith are a little bit un-Penrith at the moment. They've got a replacement at fullback. That could be quite significant. They're just a little bit unsettled, a little bit un-Penrith-like. So I don't mind going against the grain and bringing Pappenhausen in this week, because who knows? He could go huge. So I think those two trades are locked in, and I'll make one more change, probably just getting out a dud cheapie, probably Duffy for Sandon, to be honest, and then I've got 200k in the bank to upgrade shit for players whose price changes next week. So I kind of like that, but I'm going to have to stare at this screen for probably an hour before I make that decision, so we'll move past that and I'll just get this video out. We'll quickly move to the group league. I'm in a bit of a rush to get this video out, so I'm not going to copy and paste everything into the group league, but here are the bets. We've got double for Cobbo, double for Arthurs, double for Wash. Good luck, bro. Broncos 13 plus and both wingers to score a double. I like that from Metamorphosis. And it's just those two bets, so we'll get some higher stakes on them this week. I might throw one in myself. Or, nah, you two can split the $15 between you, and if that gets up, that'll push you up on the rankings in the group league. Let's get rid of two of me. One is fucking enough. Yeah, sorry for the rush video. Just trying to get this out as fast as I can because lockout is quickly approaching. So I'm going to fucking bail and get this shit uploading. See you later, hooroo. Good luck with price changes.